Let's explore a world inspired by the Empress. Hi, I'm Kendallin. I'm a creative director and designer. Lately, I have been particularly creatively inspired by the Tarot. I love pulling from the major arcana to describe and embody an energy, and the Empress has been particularly calling to me. So let's create an aesthetic world inspired by her embodiment. The Empress represents fertility of ideas and literal motherhood and the nurturing necessity that it is. She is divine, feminine luxury, and not for the cliche that luxury can often be, but for the honoring of her divinity and her rest. She adores self-care for the healing tool that it is, nourishing oneself, taking care of oneself, feeding oneself with love and creativity, sensuality. I envision her existing among the flowers. I don't just want her surrounded by nature. I want it clear that she is the force that allows it to bloom. The Giardino di Ninfa in Italy, perfect for this location. It is like a secret, sacred garden. I want it to look like she made that garden her castle, almost like it is unclear where one starts and the other ends. She rests on a luxurious bed among the flowers, columns and architecture that feels almost out of place amongst the greenery, and yet she so beautifully blends that natural luxury. I want her dwelling place to be surrounded by mirrors that feel more like an altar to her fullest expression. Vintage beauty containers and makeup, rose quartz of various cuts, sizes. I want pink, gold, purple candles just burning everywhere. I envision models similar to Anakie or Adut. I believe Akesh is the last name. Ducky Thought, a gorgeous melanated queen. Who better to embody the essence and energy of the Empress than a lovely woman of color? I want her makeup radiant, just ethereal. I want it to look and feel like the sun is shining through her face. I want that golden essence to continue down into her fingertips. The Empress is a creative alchemist. She walks with the life force energy, the creator energy, evident in the fact that her fingertips, everything she touches literally turns to gold. I want her hair to be a continuation of the sculptural and natural elements around her. I want literal pieces of that greenery, those flowers, like they've embedded themselves in a part of her being. Now, I debated sketching something out myself because the vision I had in my brain for her styling, it was hard. It was hard to find, but I found a few contenders. I love everything really from Elie Saab's 1001 Seasons of Elie Saab collection, but specifically look 20, potentially look 15, but I feel like that would be a too literal representation of the floral element. There's also this beautiful Mugler number from the Fall and Winter 1999 collection. There's also this Stephanie Rowland number from the Spring Summer 2022 in Paris. You can see I had a little bit of a moral dilemma in deciding on the styling, but I think I decided on this one. Now for the actual concept, the world and the way that I desire it to be entered, especially considering how perfect her energy is for a skincare brand, a makeup brand, or a gorgeous music video utilizing this energy. I envision a soft R&B vibe. I wanted to tell the beautiful story of her self-care ritual, starting first with her coming out of a gorgeous body of water surrounded by candlelight, evident that she just cleansed herself literally and energetically. As she walks through her gardens, the flowers bloom behind her. She's followed by a swarm of bees. As she walks, the literal ground becomes more vibrant. You see her make this beautiful magical walk all the way to her mirror, her actual self-care altar. I want this mirror set to literally look like she is setting an altar to herself, that it's not just as simple as her applying makeup. She is honoring every aspect of her fullest expression. She began beautiful, but you can tell as she is transforming with intention, every aspect of herself is enhanced. Details of her makeup enhanced, her hair, more elements added, her outfit transforming from something more simple, something like a luxurious house dress, into this gorgeous couture piece. As she gets up from her self-care ritual, she continues existing among her garden. I would love to see a shot of her painting a self-portrait among the flowers, beautifully embodying that creative energy and also the importance of how you're literally curating this image of yourself in the way that you tend and nourish to yourself. If we're shooting for an editorial campaign for a product, of course, we'd get some gorgeous detail shots, especially in her hands among other symbolic elements, utilizing pomegranates, flowers, honeycomb. I could continue describing the Empress's universe for hours. Her world is incredible, and I have loved embodying her energy and envisioning this concept for her. Wouldn't you love to exist in her world?